This is happiness, to be everything at once. Be unblinded, be unlearned, be unbridled and unburned.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Mood Prep. My name is Dave Nixon, and today we are actually going to be moving into the world of probably my favorite actor, Keanu Reeves. Now, of course, why would he be my favorite actor? That doesn't matter. I mean, there's a whole bunch of reasons. I'm off topic already. Here we are. But I want to actually look at some of his quotes from him as a person, and I've come across 20 of his quotes. I'm going to pull apart probably 10 over the next maybe 9, so my OCD can line up with the next I suppose fortnight cycle. But either way, we're going to have a look at some of his quotes over the next couple of weeks and pull them apart, and I'll give you my thoughts on them as well. So we're going to start with the first one here, which says, "If you have been brutally broken but still have the courage to be gentle to other living beings, then you're a badass with the heart of an angel." I recently had a dinner with some good friends, our clients, a group of guys that I train. They're over 40. They're called the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Lawyer, accountant, consultant, an economist, a ex-rally car driver, all different trades, right? And one of them is actually a screenwriter. And we got talking about, I suppose, movie stars, but people in general. And he went on to talk about Keanu Reeves basically being, I can't think of the word that he used off the top of my head right now, but basically indestructible, like the kind of person that when you kill him, he comes back stronger, right? So Keanu's had all these horrible things happen to him in his life, and when that happens, he actually comes back stronger. He doesn't weaken from it, right? I mean, this is sort of explained, I suppose, or displayed rather, quite easily in his movies, where he seems to be very hard to kill, literally. but it really points to this idea here that, you know, as he goes on to say in this quote, that if you have been brutally broken, but you still have the courage. Now, the fact is, he called it courage. That in the face of being hurt, you're able to continue to move towards the things that may hurt you again, right? To have the courage to be gentle to other living beings. Now, this speaks a lot to my podcast yesterday about putting your guard up, right? When we get hurt, we're quick to put our guard up, but that's not necessarily strength, right? To have the strength to set boundaries is powerful, but not if all we do is set boundaries. Then we're weak. To have the strength and the courage to be gentle to other living beings and to ourselves in the face of pain is one of the most powerful things, because now we're in a space of choice, not just operating out of space of ego autonomy, right? That we're just trying to preserve the ego so that it doesn't get hurt again, right? Now, once again, I use the term ego not in the sense of being a negative thing. I simply use it from the sense of going, often it's not us that are getting hurt, it's our egoic structures, our thoughts of how we think it's meant to unfold and it's not, or maybe how we think people should treat each other and they're not, whatever the case might be. But then the ability to still be gentle in the face of our pain shows absolute courage and absolute strength. And you know, to bring my beautiful fiance into this, in a difficult circumstance, it could have gone a fork road in our relationship. She brought this softness to the difficulty of that situation, which completely transformed our relationship from my perspective. I saw this opportunity of this person to, react in any possible way, and she decided to be gentle and understanding. And for me, that really allowed me to sort of step back and see a woman in her wholeness, to allow me to be a man, step up into my wholeness, right? Now, this sounds corny to some people, but the way to think about it, and I don't mean to quote this as an Instagram hashtag. It's more so, if you want to attract a queen, then you have to act like a king and be a king, not just act like it. And if you want to attract a king, then you have to be a queen, right? Now, take that for whatever it makes sense for you. But what it's really referring to is that If you focus on how you behave, how you respond, how you grow, how you unravel, how you unfold, how you develop, then you'll be continually able to choose how you want to show up. And in the face of that, those that are still bleeding insecurities, and that's okay, that's their unfolding, they're not meant to be anywhere else, may fall away. But at least you won't lose you trying to keep everyone else, right? So you can have this strength and this courage and this vulnerability and be gentle. And in that space, the reason why you look at someone like Keanu here pointing out them being a badass is because it's so fucking hard for so many people to do. They're still holding on to their identity or their pain or their victimization or something along those lines. That's really taking away from this opportunity to step forward and grow in this moment or whatever moment it may be for that person. And in doing so, you also are asking the other person to step up. When you step into your space of both gentleness and strength and vulnerability, because when we're vulnerable, we're saying, this is me, this is all of me, therefore you can't hurt me. I'm stripped naked. You can't. This is all there is, which is everything. So there isn't anything you can do to hurt me, right? When we're guarded and we're trying to protect ourselves and trying to figure people out, like if you don't need to figure people out if you figured yourself out, right? You can just hold space and be there and let that person just be that person in their own personing, right? It's a big difference, and so our ability to hold that space in our vulnerability, in our strength, to be a badass in that space, then have a heart of an angel, as Keanu says. Now, obviously, I haven't spoken about this quote itself. We didn't pull it apart. I'm pulling it apart from my angle, right? Is the angel is a guide. That's the whole point of the whole symbolism of an angel is to especially a guardian angel, is to guide, right? To have a heart of a guide means that you're not there to tell people what to do, and this is something that I'll speak to time and time again, especially for coaches, is that your job is to tell people where to look, but not what to see. You guide them where to look, but you don't tell them what to see. And in this space, if you can be in a space with somebody who is hurting in the same way that maybe you hurt in the past, but be gentle, be open, be honorable, maintain your courage, then of course you're a badass because you hold this heart of a guide for that person to step into. This is real coaching, actually. Genuine, heartfelt, open coaching, which is actually just being there and holding space for somebody. We can do that at any time with anyone. It's called sacred listening. Anyone that went to my seminar would know a heap more about that, as understanding how that works and where it's valuable and maybe where it's not valuable. Hey. All right, team, I'm going to finish up there. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you did find this podcast beneficial, it would mean the world to me if you'd pass it on to someone else that you think would also find it beneficial. If you haven't already, make sure you jump on the Mood Prep community on Facebook. I'd love to see you in there. Just search it. You'll be able to find it. Otherwise, teammates, me done for today. I am out. Until tomorrow, peace and pizza. Kick today in the dick. Slay the dragon. I'll see you soon.
To be everything at once, be unblinded, be unlearned, be unbridled and unbound.